So before I get into the 5 ways that you get paid, guys, very important to understand the 3 main ways right now that the company's producing revenue. We don't concentrate on just one thing now. We did start with just one thing, and that was crypto trading. But now we've expanded, and we continue to add on more and more revenue streams for the company, because when you're going to $1 billion, it's not just going to be about one thing. There's a lot of companies out there you may have seen in the crypto space, if you're around it, it's just one thing. They're just doing one thing. That's not enough. You want to be a big company, a real company, a company that's going to do tremendously well for the long term. You want to branch out into various aspects. But what's really cool here is that a lot of these are things that you and I use and can benefit from and share with others so that they benefit. I love that. So it's both a revenue stream and a service we use. So the crypto trading, I'm going to get into that a little bit on the next slide as well, but the crypto trading is what we started off with. Is still at the heart of Paraiba for sure. But as I mentioned, our CEO is a crypto trader. So he realized what he could be able to create based on crypto trading. He's also hired some very highly skilled traders to work for the company. He's got 7 traders that work for the company. They do about 95% crypto. There's about 5% Forex there involved also. But we also have a way, which is interesting, that allows the company to not lose from the trading. You heard me right. It allows the company to not lose. I'm going to get into that on the next slide. Very cool. Our crypto exchange, as I mentioned, the Unique Exchange, which started back in October of 2020, is phenomenal because it's a service that we all are using as private members. It started off actually having its own members before even private members came aboard. But you can imagine now we're over 100,000 members here with Paraiba, 100,000 registered members. As we go to 250,000, 500,000, and 1 million members of Paraiba, and we're all using, or the majority are using, the Unique Exchange, you can imagine fees are generated, right? Why would we give those fees to Binance or another exchange when we can get those fees? So that is a huge revenue stream for the company long term as we're growing as a business. I love this, and it's a fantastic smooth service. And we have our real estate behind the scenes, which we don't see too much of. That's a little bit more private, but obviously real estate is huge. It can be very, very strong foundationally, because obviously people need places to live, right? So we're involved in real estate projects around the world through our bank, and phenomenal there as an income stream for the company. So the crypto trading, I said I would elaborate a little bit on how the company doesn't lose. Pretty cool what the CEO has put together here with the traders. He said, look, if you're a trader and you want to come and work for Paraiba, you've actually got to put up some of your own Bitcoin in a wallet we control. And should you get into a drawdown and lose, we're going to keep that Bitcoin. Pretty cool, right? Acts as like an insurance policy for the company. I call it collateralized trading. So I like that the company has done this because it really protects the company from losing, right? I mean, that's just amazing. Really cool how they do that. Here's our compensation model. Let's get into the 5 different ways you can create a revenue stream over and above anything you're doing now. So remember, I did say that if you are 100% passive, you can participate in all 5 of these income streams. Also, if you are building the business, you will certainly participate in all 5 of these income streams. So either way, you can win here with our compensation model. So with your own deposit, you can get paid from 0.3% up to 0.5% per business day. We have our first line bonus. Those are the people on your first level. And the company will pay you, once you're qualified for this, up to a 0.3% match. So what they're making on your first line passively, you are also making. This can be phenomenal. Downline bonus to make up to 0.04% to infinity, to make up to $3,000 per day here with the downline bonus. We have something a little bit more unique that you may not have seen done exactly this way before. We have something called the Streamline Pool Share. Imagine getting a percentage of the trading profit from every single deposit from people that join after you have joined. Pretty amazing, right? Cool idea or what? I'm going to show you how that works. And we have our ranking bonuses, which are phenomenal one-time payments for achieving certain aspects of growth in your business. Let's get into these a little bit more. So with your own deposit from $25 up to $49,999, company will pay you 0.3% per business day. And we get paid from Wednesdays to Saturdays. Here in the Western world, it's more like Thursdays to Sundays in Asia and Europe because of the time change. And that's 4 days per week. Now, the first thing that might pop into your head, because it did pop into mine, is why are we only getting paid 4 days per week when the cryptocurrency markets are open 24/7 for trading, right? Here's the answer to that. Sustainability and longevity. That's really supreme, isn't it, right? We want the company to last many years. That's why we're here. At least that's why I joined, one of many, many reasons. I would hope that that's important to you. So the company said, you know what, we're going to do it this way because it gives us a cushion. If there's maybe a day during the week that the trading's not 100% what they want it to be, they've got 3 days of cushion there where they're still trading. So that makes a lot of sense. Plus, there's expenses that the company has. They have to pay developers and programmers and staff, management, offline events, lots of different things, right? So it makes sense to me that the company does it this way. It's still phenomenal for us because remember, this is just one income stream. We've got 5. So it makes a lot of sense to me that the company does it this way. I really like this insurance style policy again, in a way, isn't it? So deposits of over $50,000, company will pay you 0.5% per business day. So we're looking between 5% and 8% per month. Now, this is about 17 days per month on average, and we have 100 of these cycle days. At the end of these 100 cycle days, the company doesn't want to lock in your money, so it says if you absolutely need your deposit back, you have an emergency, you can get it back. It's no problem. But if you just leave your funds in, guess what? They just continue to earn. They continue to profit. You have no expiry on your funds here with Paraiba. I know there's a lot of companies out there, and you may have seen them, that maybe you double your funds. The company doubles your funds, your initial profit, and that's it. And then it disappears, it expires. And then you've got to put in more. You've got to put in more funds. It never made sense to me, if they're a real company doing real trading, why there'd be any expiry. Here with Paraiba, no expiry. It just continues to earn. So it's essentially a lifetime contract. As long as Paraiba is here and profitable, you're making money. Second way we can make revenue here is our first line bonus. I really like this one because it can add up very quickly. If you're growing this business, remember, passively, you can set up some positions here that the company allows where you can create passively from the first line bonus. If you're sharing this as well, you'll earn from the first line bonus. How do you qualify for these percentages you see at the bottom? You need to have $100 yourself working with Paraiba, and the people on your first line or your first level also need to have $100. If you share this between 1 and 4 people, company will pay you a percentage of the trading activity for the day, 0.05%. If you can get yourself up to 20, company will pay you the maximum 0.3%. Again, that's a portion of the daily trading activity. What's nice about this is, remember what you're getting on your own funds under 50,000, it was 0.3%. So basically, whatever your first line people are making passively, you are also making. So you really want to get yourself, especially if you're sharing this 20 people. And if it takes a week, a month, or 3 months, that's okay, guys, but you're going to get that maximum there of 0.3%. It can really add up quickly. We have our downline bonus, and this can be one of the biggest forms of revenue over a period of time. I know it is for me. So how do you qualify for the downline? And this is all of your entire team to infinity. You need to have $1,000 yourself personally deposited. People on your first line also need to have at least $1,000 deposited in order to qualify for the percentages that you see. If you have between 2 and 4 people on your first line with more than $1,000, company will pay you 0.01%. That again is a portion of the daily trading activity. If you can get yourself up to 20 or more, company will pay you the maximum 0.04%, portion of the trading activity again. So this can be phenomenal because at this point, once you're qualified for any of these percentages, even anything under $1,000, you're still getting these percentages on. So this can be tremendous. You can make up to $3,000 per day on the downline bonus. And we have many people now in this company doing that now. Phenomenal. Our streamline. Very important to understand how the streamline works because it's something that is continually exciting on a daily basis because it's constantly growing. So the streamline, guys, are all of the deposits that come into the company from people joining after you have joined. Okay, let me say that again. All of the deposits coming into the company from people who have joined after you. So you can imagine if you joined back in October 2019, you could have many tens of millions in your Streamline right now. Because remember I said we're over a $50 million company right now. The company Streamline is over $50 million. So we have people on this call right now whose Streamlines are 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, even over 40 million. Imagine getting a piece of the trading activity from that number. This is why you want to get started with Paraiba and why leaders are jumping in with us now, because they realize that we are headed to a $100 million company, $100 million Streamline by the end of this year. So your Streamline could be 7, 8 figures by the end of this year, and you getting a piece of that. How do you qualify? We have 8 different pools, so 8 different ways that the company will pay you from the Streamline value that you have in your account. So if you look at the bottom left there as an example, if you had a $10 million Streamline, the company would pay you 0.05%, say for pool 1 as an example, 0.05%, which is a portion of the trading activity for the day. And they would divide it by the number of people qualified for pool 1. If there was 2,000 people, then you would get $2.50 per day or $42.50 per month. And that's just pool 1. Remember, there's 7 more pools. And you can qualify for each and every one of these. We've got people on this call who are in pool 7. Absolutely phenomenal. So they can pay from all 7 pools. Phenomenal. Let me show you how this works. This is the pool share. So these are the different pools and how you qualify for them to get paid from your Streamline value. So with pool 1 as an example, how would you qualify? You need to have $1,000 yourself. Really and truly, $1,000 is the best way to start here with Paraiba, especially if you're building the business, because you're going to qualify yourself personally for all of these income streams. That's where you want to be. Simply refer one person who does the same thing and puts in $1,000. Now you're in pool 1. You can see all the different qualifications all the way up to pool 8 here. I just got into pool 5, and I got to tell you, just that one pool is life-changing income. It's over $200 per day for me just to be in pool 5. So you want to qualify for as many of these as you possibly can, and by growing your business, you will naturally and organically grow to the point where you do get involved in more and more of these, guys. So get your Streamline growing quickly and qualify for these. It can be life-changing. Global Leader Pool is something they brought on that's new. So for people that are making $3,000 per day in the downline, which is the maximum, they then put you in the Global Leader Pool, where they take the company Streamline, which is over $50 million now, and they would times that by 0.01%, which is a portion of trading activity, divided out by those qualified for the leader pool. Last way we get paid is the rank bonus. And I got to tell you, this is very exciting because I just became a Red Diamond member here literally yesterday. And so how did I qualify for Red Diamond? And you can see here at the bottom, there's over $46,000 here that the company will pay you simply by building your business and helping your team to grow and become successful. The company's going to reward you. So I have $20,000 on deposit. I have at least 20 people first line. I'm in pool 5. And I have 2 Purple Diamond members on my team in 2 different teams. Company just paid me $15,000. So you can take this bonus money, put it right into trading or right into your Bitcoin wallet, guys. Entirely up to you. Phenomenal way that we get paid here. Love it. How do you get started here with Paraiba? So you can start with a minimum of $25. I don't recommend that per se unless you're just holding your account to add more in the very near future. I would certainly encourage getting started with at least $100 or $1,000 or more because of what I just talked about, all the different ways that you can qualify yourself. We have certainly our deposits in Bitcoin, right? We're Bitcoin in, Bitcoin out. If you need to get Bitcoin, need to buy it, we can certainly use the unique exchange if you live in Europe. There's lots of ways to get it. Don't worry, we have websites. No matter what country you're in, we have ways to get Bitcoin. When you have profit in your usable balance, if you want to reinvest it, which is like a compounding effect, right? Minimum of $25, you can do that. You can also do it on autopilot. Our withdrawals are in Bitcoin, of course, as well, and you need to have $100 minimum to do that. You can withdraw once a week with our no fee method. We get paid every Wednesday, or if you want to use the unique exchange, which is a phenomenal service, we pay a fee for that, of course, but we're paying for quickness and convenience, but you will get paid immediately within just a few minutes. Absolutely awesome. Our back compounding effect, right? Minimum of $25, you can do that. You can also do it on autopilot. Our withdrawals are in Bitcoin, of course, as well, and you need to have $100 minimum to do that. You can withdraw once a week with our no fee method. We get paid every Wednesday. Or if you want to use the unique exchange, which is a phenomenal service, we pay a fee for that, of course, but we're paying for quickness and convenience, but you will get paid immediately within just a few minutes. Absolutely awesome. Our back office is fantastic. We bought an entire company that owns an anti-hacking software, one of the best in the world. We bought the whole company just so we could use the software. And so all of our websites are protected by this. We've had millions of hacking attempts that have never gotten through because of it. And of course, our own accounts are very secure with the CAPTCHA and email registration confirmation. Once you get started with Paraiba, when you do KYC, what's awesome is you'll immediately get your own unique exchange account, and the two are synced in, so you will see the numbers from your Paraiba back office also in your unique exchange back office. The two work perfectly together. I love it. 3 simple steps to get started, guys. You would get back with the person that brought you here today or referred you to Paraiba. You would register with their referral link. Very important. Get started. Hold your account with at least $25, or get started with at least $100 or $1,000 if you can, if it makes sense for you. If you want to build this a little bit. Take part in some of our sub-account strategies. That's the passive way that you can get started with all 5. You can profit from all 5 of our income streams with our sub-account strategy. So make sure to get with us in the Telegram rooms or the group rooms or your sponsor to take part in that if you want to. But get started either way. Just get started, because you want your streamline to start growing as quickly as possible, and it will grow the minute you begin your account, your free account. That streamline can begin to grow that day. Referrals, guys, you don't need to refer anybody into this business to create big profit. We've got lots of people creating 3, 4, and 5-figure monthly incomes, and they've never referred anybody. They're just using their own funds. But if you certainly decide that you want to refer this, it's a phenomenal business. It's a business that I feel really strongly about sharing, and I feel good about it. So you can do that and work with us. We will help you. We've got all the tools and resources.